I'm Sean Martin, President and founder of Donek Snowboards. Going to give you one of our summer updates on what's going on here at Donek and give you a little bit on how we make cores. We've actually been building more boards this time of year than typical. We've got a number of customers who are getting a jump on next season, as well as quite a few customers down in Australia ordering boards. For those of you in Australia, don't forget that shipping these days to most major cities down there is around $65. So we can get a board to you for a pretty reasonable price. And I'm sorry I'm dancing around here. The flies are pretty bad this time of year. I wanted to tell you about something I missed in my last video on the new shapes, and that is the option for a round tail on a free carve. So typically our free carves have a square tail and this tail bar in the back. We've had a few customers in the last year request a rounded tail for either aesthetic reasons or it does allow you to put the board in a border cross course without any violations. Anyways, what we do is we add about 2 centimeters to the overall length, and just have a nice radius there about the size of a pop can. So those of you who want that, you'll probably see that option on the free carve page next year, and you can just request you want a round tail on those free carves. The other thing I wanted to tell you is this is one of those prototypes we worked so long this spring on. We have finalized a graphic, or very close to the final version on the graphic, so we'll pop one of those up here for you. As well as we've come up with a name for these boards. It's the Rev Series. The graphic that we're offering will be available in multiple colors, so you still have choices. This year we got a really early start on our core production. Typically we wait until around August to begin core production for the upcoming season, but we actually started right at the end of the season this year. So it's going to show you a little bit about how we do that, because we are wrapping up that production. We're almost done with all the cores we'll need for next season's boards. Anyways, what we do is we bring in rough lumber, typically around 12 foot long, and it's rough on both sides, random widths, and so what we do is we chop it to length and then dimension it to width. So we cut it down to width, make sure it's nice and straight, and then surface both sides so they're nice and smooth, and generate a board that looks like the one I'm holding right here. Those boards are then laminated into blocks, and the way we do that is we apply glue to one surface of every single board and just keep stacking them up in the configuration we want. And we can actually press several core blocks in one shot in our press. Then once the glue has mostly dried, we can pop the cores out of that press, and then they move on to our sawmill, where we slice them kind of like you'd slice bread. So we take that block and slice it into multiple cores. One of those cores might look something like this. So there's a finished core blank ready to be made into a board. From here, when we actually start production on a board, it'll get cut to shape on our CNC machine, and a whole bunch of operations done to it in order to generate the core that goes into your final board. But it's nice to have blanks sitting around for the season. That way we don't have to do all that work when we start building your board. We can just grab one of these blanks and begin shaping it. I've got a couple of other neat videos planned for this summer, and they're going to take a little bit more work than some of the ones we did last year, so be patient, but I've got some really cool ideas for some stuff, and hopefully you'll get to see those in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.